Hey everybody, Chef Saber's back in the building, and today, as promised, I am here to share my smoked herb guacamole. So let's get right into the video. So right here, you're seeing that I'm showing you all the things that you need to make this smoked guacamole. You have fresh thyme, we have some Thai basil, parsley, fresh cilantro, avocados, salt, pepper, and lime juice. I'm also showing you my cold smoker that I have, and I'll talk about that a little bit later into the video. So first thing is you want to get all your herbs all together. This recipe also will be is right now actually on my blog at saberscooking.com. So go ahead and check that blog post out for the actual recipe and ingredients. So you're going to take all of your fresh herbs and you're going to just give them a rough chop. You don't want to mince them down too much because for this smoked herb guacamole, I really want the herbs to just be effervescent and to really show up front with the smoked guacamole. So I took my herbs, I rough chopped them, I set them aside, and then I went ahead and I rolled my lime. And as you can see, if you see anybody do this, you know that it's basically to get the juices flowing and to release easier whenever you're rolling some type of a citrus, whether that's a lime, lemon, or orange, or whatever you have you. So after I sliced my lime in half, I went ahead and I sliced my avocados and took out the pit with my knife. Make sure you have a sharp knife. A sharp knife is actually more safer than a dull knife. So I took the pit out. And right here with the avocados, being that they're ripened and they're soft enough to the touch, all I'm really going to do is just squeeze out that flesh out of that shell. So if you have a ripened avocado that's soft enough, you should be able to just squeeze that flesh right out of that shell without having to use a spoon. But if you want to use a spoon, go ahead and do that as well. So I went ahead and I put my avocados, I put my fresh herbs right into my mortar. If you don't have a mortar, don't worry about it. You can put it in a bowl and smash it with a fork or with a potato smasher or whatever you have on hand. But I'm using a mortar. I just love using my mortar for stuff like this. So I put in my fresh avocados. I put in my chopped herbs. And then next up, I'm going to take my juicer and I'm going to take that juice, of course, out of that lime and sprinkle that right onto the mix right there. And I'm using one whole lime. Now the avocados that I'm using, they were small, so I used 2 avocados for this. But on the recipe on my blog, you'll see all of the measurements and what you'll need as well. So then after that, I just threw in some salt and pepper to taste. It's actually to your liking, so you can put in as little or as much salt and pepper you like to it. And then we're coming on to the fun part. So this right here is my mid-back cold smoker. I bought this on Amazon a while ago and I absolutely love it. It is USB charger compatible. So if you have a USB charger, this is how it charges. And it came with the small wood chips. It came with actually 3 flavors, I want to say, or 3 different flavors. This one, it was an apple wood that I used, and I love it. It's great for infusing with cocktails. It's great for putting smoke and infusing it in your fresh fruit. It's just great all around for just dips and all that kind of stuff. So this is not a traditional big, smoker that you would use when you're smoking meats. This is for things like fruit, cocktails, dips, and stuff like that. And that's why it's called a cold smoker, because it's to release cold smoke instead of hot and cooking whatever you're putting under it. So I went ahead and I lit those wood chips up, and I pushed the button, and as you can see, the smoke is starting to release. It came with this dome as well. The dome helps to capture all of that smoke in and to help infuse whatever product that you're using. So I went ahead and I did that, and I let it sit underneath that dome for a few minutes just to really infuse that smokiness. So a little bit right there, I showed you some liquid smoke. That is in place if you do not have a cold smoker. I know not a lot of people are going to automatically have a cold smoker at home just sitting around the house. So you can definitely used liquid smoke instead. But you want to make sure you're careful with using it because liquid smoke goes a long way and it's very powerful. So I have the measurements of what you could use if you use liquid smoke on that recipe on my blog spot. So check that out. So that is it. That's all. I mashed mine up. I just added some fried tortilla chips that I fried myself, and it was so delicious, so good. I hope you all enjoy this recipe. Thank y'all. Love y'all.